Hey everyone, my name is Dale. I'm a guitarist in Druid. We are a Melbourne new metal band. Um, yeah, we started a few years back and released a few songs, an EP and album since then. And yeah, we just released a new track, Chokehold. So hope you'll check that one out if you haven't already. But yeah, if you haven't, go have a listen, go have a watch the video. But yeah, I'm Dale, and yeah, ready to have a chat to Angela about it.
Great to have you here. Could you tell us a bit about how Druid came to be?
So, Druid, how we started was we were actually before we were Druid, we were all together as a band under another name,
Okay.
um, and we'd released an EP, and and then we went back into the studio and we recorded our next EP, and as we were recording it, we kind of realized we're kind of going in a bit of a different direction. We're kind of starting, kind of more developing our sound, and we kind of going in a bit of a different direction than our last EP. And we're like, maybe we should do a bit of a rebrand. Just kind of start again, like with this new sound that we've got, and go and follow that path instead. And so yeah, we decided that we left the old name behind, started a new band, and we called it Druid. We went through I don't even know how many names to figure out the right one, but we eventually landed on Druid. And then yeah, so that's kind of yeah how we got started, just from that EP, which was Semblance, our first EP. And yeah, and yeah, that's how it got started really from there.
Nice. And does Druid have any special sort of meaning behind the name or?
I'd like to think that there's some kind of cool story, but there's not really, unfortunately. We just could not get decided on a name. We couldn't all agree on one, and we someone suggested Druid, and we all liked it. And but yeah, it doesn't really have any kind of like any significance to us. We all just thought it sounded cool, pretty
Yeah,
much.
it does.
So,
What are some influences for Druid sonically?
so probably our biggest influences are bands like Throne and Amua, Alpha Wolf. Um, that's the kind of that's the sound that we're all really like when we're all really into. And so when we're writing our songs, we try to channel that kind of vibe. Um, but in terms of like, but we all grew up listening to like kind of different like metal, but we all come back to bands like Bring Me the Horizon and Amity Affliction and Parkway Drive, and that's what we all grew up listening to, and that's what got us into this kind of heavy music. But in terms of what we try to write like, and what we feel we connect with the most, it's bands like Air Throne, Amura, and Alpha Wolf.
Nice. And how did you guys all meet?
Um, so me personally, I joined the band when we were under the other name of school, the Avenue Projects is the name that we were under before. I joined them. Their old drummer left, and I joined them as the drummer.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm more of I play drums and guitar, but I started out with the band as the drummer,
Yeah.
and if their old drummer left, they put out an ad on, I think it was on Facebook or something, and yeah, I responded to it. I sent in a bunch of videos of me playing their stuff, and they liked it, and got together for a couple of rehearsals, and yeah, they liked me, so I joined the band. But they were already mates. I think Chris and Tim have been mates since school. Like they grew up together, went to school together. And then I think they met yeah, Jordan and Bob through I can't remember really. I think it was just through like when they were starting the band, they just looked in, on Facebook and in the scene, and found them.
Yeah.
And yeah, but yeah, me personally, I joined the band from their ad and as the drummer. drummer, and then I recently changed to guitarist. Just before we released our last single, "Hang in There, It Gets Worse,"
Yeah.
I changed to be the guitarist, and we got our new drummer, Alex.
Obviously, you're really talented then to join us both. Start off playing guitar, like when you were young.
Um, I did, yeah. I started, yeah, initially when I was young, I started playing guitar only really because my parents wouldn't let me get a drum set. They were like, it's too loud.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I got into guitar, and then I was over at my mate's place one day who had a drum set, and we were and I was jamming on the drums and he was playing guitar, and my parents came around to pick me up, and they saw me playing the drums and they were like, oh, okay, maybe we'll get a drum
yeah.
set. So and then yeah, so I got into drumming, and I found I had a bit more of a natural knack for drumming than I did guitar.
Yeah,
And so yeah, I've always played both as I've throughout the years, but I've always been a bit more feel more comfortable behind the drum kit.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I've always played both, but yeah, I just felt like a bit of a change. That's why I went to guitar really.
Yeah. Did you always start like did you start off playing metal music or was it a different genre when you were starting out?
It was more like pretty much what my parents were listening to, like AC/DC and Iron Maiden, Metallica,
Yeah.
that kind of old metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Sabbath. That's what really got me into it. That's what I started playing, and then like yeah, as I just developed and found new mates and stuff who were into more modern music, that's what kind of just got me into the more modern style of metal. Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful. And you've got a new an awesome new track, Chokehold. Do you want to tell us a bit about it and the music video?
Yeah, yeah. So Chokehold, yeah, we released that a couple of weeks ago now. Um, yeah, so we recorded it about it was probably about a year ago now. We went into the studio with Sam Yates. He was in Dreg, and we all really liked Dreg, and so we when we were trying to figure out how to record this one, we contacted him and sent him a demo that we had that our drummer Alex had written, and he liked it. So we recorded it with him, and yeah, I think it was about September, October last year, and we recorded a couple of tracks actually at that time. We've still got to release the other one. We're probably going to release that one like next year sometime. But yeah, we recorded Chokehold um, and then yeah, so we for the music video, we shot the music video maybe I think about halfway through this year, with Martin Wood. He was the director for that video. We've worked with him quite a few times before. I think he did Death Blow, a music video for Death Blow
Mhm.
and Room 44. And yeah, he just did an awesome job. We kind of took the idea that we had to him, and yeah, he liked it. And yeah, we kind of yeah, we suggested to him like we've got we've got some friends who are into pole, and we really wanted to just kind of show the true art that is behind pole. We
Mhm.
didn't want it to be like not too like smutty or anything like that. We just wanted it to be like show how talented these people like actually are.
Mhm.
And the kind of like the polar opposite between the heavy music and that's like style of dancing we thought might just like bounce off each other really well. And
Yeah.
we think it did. We think it turned out pretty cool. So yeah, and so he's told that to Martin. He was like, yeah, for sure. And yeah, and I think he like captured that vibe really well, I think. So
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
And I think like what you're saying is you captured the art form of pole rather than the suggestive innuendo
Yeah,
or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's it. That's what we were going for. We were just, I mean, it's still obviously, pole is really sexy and that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
we wanted to show how how much like skill you need to actually do that kind of stuff. Like the
Mm.
core strength that you need, and like
Oh yeah.
it's just nuts. Like we were watching them film, and we were just like, oh my god, like there's no way I could be holding myself like that. Like
No,
it's nuts.
they make it look so
So,
easy as well. And I know for
yeah,
a fact I couldn't even lift up, yeah, my arm. Like,
I
yeah,
know. yeah, it was so cool to watch, and yeah, we've got it on. Yeah, we've got it as part of our art now as well. So it's yeah, super cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how did you manage to collaborate with Mystique?
Oh, yeah, Mistake. Yeah,
Mystique, that blew my mind. Yeah.
yeah, that was really cool. So we played with. Oh, I can't remember which was first, but she joined Earthcaller,
Mhm.
the band Earthcaller, and we we were mates with them, and then we played we rehearsed at the same place at Hydra Rehearsal Studios in Burwood with Earthcaller, and so we were mates with them. We played a show with them at Northcote Social Club, and yeah, so when Mystique joined them, and we saw that she'd done like remixes for other bands, and we chatted to her before, and so yeah, we hit her up and yeah, asked her to do like she traditionally does kind of like symphonic stuff over metal. But we were kind of like wanted to do something a little bit different, so we went with like a lo-fi remix vibe. And yeah, she really yeah thought the idea was cool, and she did an amazing job. Yeah, like completely just took like the core tracks, the stems from it, used that, and then just added all her own music into it, and just completely reshaped like the songs, but still kept like the flow and the vibe, but yeah, just into a lo-fi mix, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it turned out really cool. I think it would be through us on Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah, search it up through us on Spotify. And then all the tracks are on our YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest way to find it through us. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, sweet. Um, who would you guys love to play with in a lineup?
Um, realistically, um, I think if Throne came out, that would be we could maybe have a small chance of getting on the lineup with them. Um, that would be sick because yeah, because we're a similar vibe. Um, but I mean, in like a dream world,
Mhm.
um, who would we who would we have to play with? Like, uh, I mean, yeah, just Bring Me the Horizon is the band that we all love. So that yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But uh, who else? Like, I mean, Slipknot is like a new metal. Like we all love them. So that would be amazing. But don't think that's ever going to happen anytime soon. But
Maybe.
yeah, fingers crossed one day.
That's it. That's it. What was it like having the chance to perform in Slipknot's Knotfest and Pulse of the Maggots?
Yeah, so that was really cool. Like we released we released Room 44 was the first single off our album, The Beauty and the Decay, and then we released Death Blow. Room 44 is a bit more of a chill vibe, and then when Death Blow came out, it's definitely like hard hitting new metal.
Mhm.
And that yeah, that got some traction. Like it's picked up by Hardcore Keem, who's I think he was involved with Knotfest at the time, and he reviewed it on one of his videos, and was really getting into it, and then yeah, so Knotfest yeah found it, and they did a little feature on it on one of their shows, and and then yeah they were because it was during that was during COVID, like the lockdown and stuff, so there was no like traveling or festivals or shows or whatever, so they put together an online music festival called yeah Pulse of the Maggots, and they asked us to be a part of it. So we had a show coming up at Stay Gold, um, and so we recorded that show and sent it to them, and they put it together with a whole bunch of other bands, and live streamed it as kind of like this yeah an online music festival for people who we couldn't get to festivals because there was none happening. So yeah, so it was yeah it was really cool thing to be a part of, and yeah we loved it.
Yeah, no, it's so awesome. And you guys have garnered like quite a bit of attention already. What is that like for you?
It's it's pretty sick. Like I've been like in and out of bands like over the years, but yeah, this is the first like real serious one, and yeah, it's really cool to like just to watch people enjoying music like I've enjoyed music, you know, growing up and over the years, you know, just listening to stuff and connecting with music. It's really cool to be able to give that back and to and then to play live music as well and to watch people, you know, singing along to songs that you've written is yeah, it's it's an ex it's an experience that it's kind of hard to describe, but it's something that I always knew that I wanted to do,
Yeah.
and and to see it like finally happening in this you know, small way is yeah, it's really special, and it means a lot, and I love doing it.
Yeah, no, that's so cool. So awesome to like see your dreams come true in that way as well.
Yeah, yeah, for
Um,
sure.
do you have a job outside of Druid?
Yeah, yeah. I'm a train driver.
You're a train
Yeah,
driver.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome. On Melbourne Metro, I don't know. Yeah,
yeah, Melbourne Metro. Yeah,
far
yeah.
out.
So,
So I guess that leads me to my next question. If you weren't in Druid or playing music, what do you think you'd be doing? Would it obviously aside from your train driving job?
um, what would I be doing? I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I've just grown up playing, listening to music. So I honestly couldn't imagine life without being involved, you know, being involved in music somehow.
Yeah.
Um, and but I've got a 6 month old daughter now, so I think if I wasn't in Druid, I'd just be spending time more time than I already am with her and raising
Yeah.
her. So
Being a dad. Do most of you
yeah,
guys have kids or is it sort of just you?
no, just me and Bob. Bob's
Yeah.
got a couple of kids. The other ones, no, we're the only two. Yeah,
Yeah.
the only
Oh,
two dads.
nice.
We're the dads of the band.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. What's next for Druid?
So we've got yeah, when we recorded Chokehold, we recorded another track as well. And we've recorded the music video for that one as well already. We did it at the same time with Martin Wood. So we're going to release that early next year. We're getting it all the release strategy sorted at the moment, PR and things like that. So that's the in terms of releases, that's what's happening for us next.
Hmm.
We've got a show supporting Outer Worlds and their EP that they've just released on I think it's the 2nd of November at Bad Decisions Bar. That's our next show.
Awesome.
Um, and yeah, and we've also got another track we haven't released as well, which we're
Hmm.
going to release probably later in the first half of next year. We've got to record a music video for that one yet as well, but yeah, we've got a couple of tracks ready to go. So yeah, got quite a few things coming real soon. So yeah,
Exciting. And
yeah,
what I think is really interesting about Druid is that you guys are sort of mix genres within your songs. Like there's some rap in there, there's some new metal, obviously, and a lot of other different genres. What do you think about that?
I love it. Like I think the yeah, you don't want stuff to be too like chaotic, so that you don't have a sound that is really you. But I think the more that you can put into yourselves, you know, into the music, the better. And if you can make that work, then you've got something really special.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we've got some really chill ones, especially on our first EP Semblance. Like Two Hands is a pretty like chill song, which kind of crescendos up into a big finish. And then we've got some really hard hitting stuff, some raps and like you know symphonic kind of elements in there as well. So yeah, we try to put in as much in there as we can without it being too messy and
Yep.
trying to make that work. And I think that's a real hard task, but if you can make that work, then yeah, it's really cool.
Definitely. I was just about to say, like, it's hard for bands to do that, to meld the different genres and that. But when you can do it and do it well, I think you guys have. It's something amazing. So
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. So our producers are, have been really good as well. They've helped out a lot. Like our, the Beauty and the Decay was, and Semblance were done by Ash and Evan at the Loud Noise Estate, and they're really talented guys. And yeah, and Sam Yates was really amazing, really helpful as well. So probably I should have, when I was talking about a new track, Chokehold, I should have credited the dancers that we had in there. It was Kate and Yap and Jacinta Padani. They were super talented and just really great to work with. They helped us out heaps and just made the whole shooting like really easy.
yeah,
And yeah, it looks amazing on video. So they would definitely definitely need to be talked about, and go check them out. They're on Instagram. It's really talented, super fit, super amazing. Just really good at their art, what they do.
that's something else I really like too, is that you didn't just feature a female, which typically in that industry or when it's portrayed, it's just beautiful, sexy females, whatever. But you also have a male in there demonstrating just how amazing that art form is as well. I really like that you guys consciously, didn't just go down that angle. It was really, really good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's like we knew that vibe that we wanted to show, that like that art form in a really like dynamic way. And we thought instead of just getting a girl, let's get a guy as well, and they can work together. And they were good mates, and so they were really able to work with each other. And it came together really well on film. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thank you so much, Dale, for having a chat with us. We know we'll see more great things from Druid, and we can't wait for everything that's in store. Thank you again.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angela, for having me. It's been real fun. So yeah, awesome. Thanks so much.
No worries.